Hey there, it's Jared Hamilton with the Hamilton Group at Cherry Creek Mortgage. Welcome to another edition of Java with Jared. Once again, happy Friday and happy opening day here. Exciting day in Denver as the Colorado Rockies open up their 2017 season, and it'll be a fun day here in Denver as baseball is underway and looks like, summer has really officially begun now with the start of Major League Baseball. Well, pretty interesting last 24 hours here in the overall financial markets. Rates actually finished the week up a little bit down a little bit. Mortgage-backed securities were up, which causes yield to go down, and interest rates improved slightly as to where we ended last week. Now, again, the last 24 hours were pretty interesting. Today, we had the expectations of the jobs number. And as you know, the jobs report is introduced the first Friday of every month, and that can be a big market mover. Well, last night we had something compounding that with the geopolitical events, and geopolitical events can have, also a pretty big effect on the markets. And with the United States having an airstrike against Syria over the sarin gas attacks, that could have caused, interest rates to improve quite a bit more than what's actually going on here, because a lot of times we will see a flight to quality. And once those strikes were announced, Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 futures actually were beginning to take it on the chin. That settled down a little bit, and there wasn't much worry here this morning. And then we saw the jobs number, and that was also a real big surprise. Expectations were for about 178,000 to about 180,000 jobs added to the market. The real number was a big miss. It came in showing only about 98,000 jobs added to the economy, and January and February's numbers were also revised lower. So that was a big miss. Usually a weak jobs number is actually good for interest rates. We are seeing a slight improvement today, but it's not quite as much as you'd think, especially on the heels of maybe some potential flight to quality from money moving from stocks into mortgage-backed securities. Still positive, but we're up against some pretty difficult ceilings of resistance that are keeping yields from going down. So prices get higher, and we're hitting some yields of resistance on the price, which would cause yields to go down if the price went up. But still, we're at some levels not seen since just a couple of days after the election. So rates are at a pretty good level. If we can break through these, that would be a really good sign. But it's not looking likely that that's going to happen, and so we could see some type of retrenchment. But the jobs number was actually pretty interesting, and just as it relates to the headline number was a big miss, but also the unemployment rate actually came down from 4.7 to 4.5, and that's just because there were more jobs added than people entering the labor force. The labor force participation rate also got a little bit better to 63% of the workforce who can work are actually working, and that was a slight improvement from the last number. We also did see average hourly earnings go up slightly. So there was some also positive things to the employment report. So it was kind of a mixed bag. And so it's going to be an interesting next couple of months, too, as we see if this continues. Some people were saying that the jobs number was weak because of just weather-related items, but there was also some big negative changes to retail, and that can actually be a leading indicator for further weakness down the road. The strength was actually in construction due to housing, and so we'll just have to see how all this shakes out. And there's also going to be just a lot of attention placed on will this geopolitical events, escalate a little bit. So rates are great as they've continued to be, but we're still going to be in this volatile market. So we'll keep you informed as to what happens. If you have any questions, please give me a call. Thanks for joining me with Job with Jared, and I hope you have a very happy Friday and good luck, Colorado Rockies. All right, take it easy. Bye bye.